How's it going, everybody? We're out here on a wonderful toasty spring day. I say toasty because it's all of 52 degrees out, which I'm not being sarcastic given the weather we've been having this spring. That is toasty. And as you can see, this is my M44. It's one of my favorite in my collection. I've shown it in past videos, and I've also shown that this firearm shoots about 1.5 feet high at 100 yards. That's not an exaggeration. It shoots way high. Now, you can adjust for windage on these firearms fairly easy just by drifting the front sight, but there's really no way to fine-tune it if it's shooting high or low with the stock sights on this gun. Now, as you can see, this gun looks completely stock, but let me just readjust the camera and you'll see something a bit odd if you know what you're looking for. Now, if you know these guns pretty well, it's still going to be hard to spot, but you're going to see that that front sight post is a little too thin for a stock M44 sight, and that isn't stock. This is actually from Smith Sights. It's an original sight that's been retooled. This is the original sight for my gun. As you can see, the front sight post is a lot wider, and this one narrows at the top, but this one is also adjustable, as I'll show you in just a second. Now, simply having a thinner sight is going to help you out a bit, but with this little wrench, I can turn this, loosen up this screw, and then I can adjust this sight. If you're shooting high, raise it up. If you're shooting low, raise it down, and that'll help you fine-tune. Unlike the original sight, which unfortunately is not adjustable. But the one thing I love about these sights is that you really can't tell that I've modified this firearm in any way just looking at it. I am very, very against modifying surplus firearms, or bubbifying as I call it, and many other people do. But with this, you're really not changing the look of the gun, and you can always switch it out for the old sight if you wanted to get back to original military configuration. You're really not ruining anything by this modification. You're just making it more fun to shoot, in my opinion. So let's get to some shooting, and I'll see if I need to modify it. I have just knocked out the original front sight post and put this in, so more than likely it's going to need a couple of adjustments. So let's get to it. Now, you can get these sights at smithsights.com. This one is the classic adjustable target sight. It doesn't have really any modifications. It's very hard to tell that it's been modified at all, which is what I like about it, as I said. But he also has hunter sights, which are the same deal, except the post has a fiber optic tip. I believe it's red and green. You can choose either or. So those are a little bit more expensive. Now, this one's $35, as I believe I said before. I might not have, but that's just because I bought the sight outright. Now, if you want to send your sight to him and have it modified, it will only run you $17.50 for the classic target sight. So not bad at all. Now, keep in mind, it's just one guy doing this, so it will take a while for you to get the sight back to you. It's just him. It's more of a hobby from what I understand. So this one took, I believe, 5 weeks to get to me, but I'm very happy with it so far. I've done a little bit of shooting with it, and it needs some modification, so let's go ahead and do that. Another couple of things about the sights, though. It is unlimited lifetime warranty, but you'd have to be a special kind of stupid to break one of these, so I really don't see how you would go about that, but I'm sure somebody will figure out a way to break it. It's also free shipping, so $35 for the sight. That includes shipping. So let's go ahead and fire off a couple of rounds and see where it's hitting. Check it out. Alright, as you can see, not the greatest accuracy, but they're getting a decent group. So, definitely shooting low and to the left. So let's go do some corrections and see if we can fix that. Alright, I just adjusted the sight down a little bit, so we're right where we need to be. And walk it in. That's on the other side. So right where we need to be with that, but I just need to adjust the horizontal just a little bit, the windage. So let's try to get that dialed in. Alright, walked it in 2-shot groups. Here's the first group. Second one I went a little wide. Those are those two. Next one is here. And the last one are these two right here. So I'm pretty much dead on. I mean, the difference here is me, it's not the gun. So I'm going to do a 5-shot group and see how. So it took a lot more ammo to dial that in than I thought it would. I didn't actually bring out all that much. Which wasn't smart of me because I just took this sight post off and put the new one on, so it was going to need a lot of adjustment. So all I have left is what I think is somewhere around World War II surplus. I've had this stuff for a while. It comes in this kind of triangular box, so it fits in the Nagant stripper holder, which I have over there. It comes in on strippers, so I have no idea how this stuff shoots. So let's just go ahead and see, and see if this rifle's on. Or if this ammo even shoots. Who knows? Yeah, it does. Funny though. Oh. Empty. Well, it all shot. Well, it shot a little lower than the other stuff. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I pulled one way to the right. That was me, not the gun, though. So not too bad. I mean, that's an inch there. And not too bad, except for the one I pulled. So, pretty accurate. I'm very happy with the sights. I mean, beforehand, at this range, that gun would be hitting right about here. So definitely an improvement. I mean, that's definitely good enough to go coyote hunting or deer hunting with. So I'm very happy with the sights. It shooting a mile high was just not working for me. It was still fun to shoot, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't practical for some of the things I wanted to use that M44 with. So being able to dial it in is a lot better. So quick look at the farm, and I'll see y'all later. Now that I have the Smith sights, I can use this rifle for some things I really wanted to use it for in the first place. I mean, I love this rifle as is, even if it wasn't shooting on. It was just a cool rifle to have, but now I can use it for brush gun, deer hunting. I have my lever action 30-30 that I love for brush hunting, but this is a little more rugged, and it's just fun to shoot with the World War II or hunt with a World War II gun. So now what we're going to see if I can do is I have a 1-gallon jug of water out at about 100 yards, which I'll zoom in on in a second, and I'm going to see if I can just hit it, just standing here shooting. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing in the woods, so let's see how I do. loaded. Second shot. Woo!